Brent Venables had some things to say about John Mateer going into Red River week. We'll also discuss where the Sooners landed in the most recent polls coming up next here on Locked On Sooners.
You are Locked On Sooners, your daily podcast on the Oklahoma Sooners. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Once again, thanks for making Locked On Sooners your first listen every single day. Shout out to all the everydayers out there. Tune in and subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcasts. We're part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Jay, Brent Venables was asked about John Mateer and his availability for the Red River Showdown. And Brent Venables said, I'm assuming that he's not going to be available. What do you think of that?
I understand. Yeah.
The camera. For those of you that are listening to the show, Jay just
there was a dramatic pause and a wink.
Yeah.
I totally understand you, Brent. Yeah, I am assuming too that he's not playing because he was walking around the field in full uniform. I guess he was wanting to get pictures in those throwback jerseys.
I mean, I would too.
He looked great. Yeah. I mean, he looked great. They all looked great. Those throwback jerseys were fire. I even had a throwback shirt on earlier. It was just the white helmet, the aesthetics of it. We need to make those permanent. Yeah. We need to go ahead and just make those a permanent alternate throughout the season and just constantly honor the Bud Wilkinson era just because, it makes sense because those jerseys are dope. One day we need to go all icy white, though.
Please.
Helmet to shoe. That would be fun.
Please.
But I don't think we'll ever do it. It just doesn't fit the tradition and blue bloodness of Oklahoma, but I digress. He looked like he just wanted to get them pictures in that jersey because he was fully decked out, pads and everything. He had this black
wrist brace.
He had a black wrist brace on.
It was splinted. Yeah.
It was splinted. He sure was slapping helmets and carrying helmets and stuff a lot with that hand, in which I was a little concerned there. It's like, man, you're putting a lot of work on that thumb. You gotta protect it.
Yeah.
As Brent Venables, makes those statements or whatnot. I love it because it's gamemanship. I'm gonna say it. I am on the side of the tortilla presser to this day. He is. I believe the tortilla presser.
Yeah.
And I don't care what I don't care what the coaching staff says. Yeah. The tortilla presser said what? We believe it.
Trust Chipotle. That's where it comes down to for me. I love this evolution of Brent Venables. I think at one point in time, he was very open and honest about all this stuff and just very forthcoming. I don't want to say he's being dishonest. I just want to say he used to be really forthcoming with all of this information, with injury stuff and all that. I feel like over maybe even just this year, he's playing the game a little bit more. And I like it. Don't give anything away that you don't have to. The availability report will kind of force your hand a little bit as you get into the later days in this week. But right now, I mean, you can sit there and say, I assume he won't be available. Well, Monday and Tuesday's practices could change everything. And maybe he's actually trending towards, being questionable on that first availability report, or maybe he's probable when we get to Friday. I don't know, but I really appreciate this evolution of Brent Venables, that he's just not going to give anything away.
Yeah, he's keeping it all secret, and he's supposed to. Like I said, gamesmanship. Yep. So now Texas has to prepare for both John Mateer and Michael Hawkins because they don't know which one's going to be. Yep. And, we'll do the ad read a little bit with FanDuel, but the spread's dropped. So now we got an idea of what Vegas thinks, the sharps think, because we've got ourselves a spread, and everybody's spread and their numbers right now is the assumption that John Mateer doesn't play or that John Mateer doesn't come in there at 100%. We don't know his status. All I know is he's walking around as if he's prepping his mind, his body, and his soul to go out there and do some stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited for it, and I think even if he doesn't go, I think there's a slim chance he doesn't go. I saw enough out of Michael Hawkins Jr. to be more confident in him going into this week. And Ben Arbuckle was very complimentary of him. Brent Venables was very complimentary of him. The team has his back. Mm-hmm. He's got ways to improve, but I thought he did enough that you can build on. Now in the polls, the Oklahoma Sooners actually dropped one spot in the AP top 25, but they moved up a couple spots in the USA Today coaches poll.
Which is interesting. So we're 6-6 in both.
Baker.
Didn't expect that. Right. Got the Baker Mayfield number. I did not expect us to actually move there, but, I can't really complain. I mean, is it a bad thing that we're here at that spot, John?
I mean, not at all. It's not surprising that Oklahoma dropped. I mean, if you go back to the AP top 25, I mean, the teams that are in front of them, they make sense. This is an Oklahoma team that, they've looked good against their competition. This past week, they played a cupcake, but I think Texas A&M is a team that deserves to be in front of Oklahoma. Ole Miss as well. Miami might be the best team in the nation, to be honest. And then Oregon, I don't know what to make of Oregon after, Penn State's loss. And then, Ohio State, to me, not even considering the loss to Texas or the win over Texas by the Buckeyes, if I'm not even considering that, the fact that they won the national championship last year, to me, gives them the right to be the number one team this year until somebody beats them. And I know that's kind of a weird thing. You can't extrapolate 1 year to the next. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. But I would give them more the benefit of the doubt simply because they won the national championship last year than I would have, say, Texas, who is no longer ranked in the AP top 25.
Which is even crazier that they're not even on here anymore. But, John, no, I agree with you because, I mean, Ohio State, they won the Natty. And, I mean, they got most of their defenders back. Mm-hmm. They may have a new quarterback, but, until they lose, what's the reason why they should drop? And they have proven to us that they can put up the numbers. Now, looking at the SEC in here, you have, what's this? You got Ole Miss, Texas A&M, and Oklahoma. So that's 3 straight there, 4, 5, 6. You got Bama at 8.
Nobody would have considered those 3 teams to be the top 3 teams in any poll at any point in time this season.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't think any type of even Vegas rankings have us in that type of order. But then Bama, Georgia, 8, 10, LSU 11, and then Tennessee at 12, Missouri at 14. We play all of them except for Georgia and Texas A&M. So the gauntlet continues, John. Mm-hmm. The gauntlet continues.
The gauntlet continues. And again, just wild that Texas drops out. I think somebody showed on social media, it's the fastest that a preseason AP number 1 team has dropped out of the AP top 25. And it took 5 weeks.
5 games, crazy. 7 weeks.
Sorry, 6 weeks, 5 games. Yes.
Yeah.
You're right.
Technically.
Yeah. No, but I'm not going to buy it, though. I still think Texas is a good team. I don't know how good they are. We're going to find out on Saturday. I don't think that they're not a top 25 team, but they certainly weren't the number 1 team in the nation going into the season like a lot of people thought. And we warned you. We said it. They were going to be overrated going into the season if you had them number 1. And here we are.
A tradition as old as the game itself, John.
Nobody loves to hype the Texas Longhorns more than the media does. They've been waiting for it. They'd been biding their time, patiently waiting for an opportunity to overhype the Texas Longhorns and make them the number 1 team in the nation going into the season because, man, they were looking forward to getting those clicks, looking forward to getting those views. And I don't blame them. It's the same reason why NFL teams do the Dallas Cowboys like they do. Because they know it's going to generate traffic. The Lakers,
people are fans of those teams.
It's going to generate traffic. And and it's easy to buy into it. It's easy to buy into, Texas is good because they're a big time program with a lot of eyeballs on them and a lot of discussion points. And you had Arch Manning as well. So there's a lot of reasons why people wanted Texas to be good. There should have been a lot more discussion about why Texas may not be as good as everybody wants them to be. I still think that they could cause some problems for Oklahoma next Saturday. It's a rivalry game. So don't take any of this discussion to mean that we're overlooking Texas because it's a rivalry game. It's a coin flip. It doesn't matter what the records are. It doesn't matter what they've done in the previous 5 games. This is one of those games that you literally throw out the record books, right? It's the old cliche. It's real.
Yeah, this game is the one where I legit don't care what their record is. I don't care. Only thing I care about is how bad they played or how good they played in the last couple of games. And that tells me a little bit of an assessment. But no matter what, they're going to try their hardest to get up for this game because they do not want to finish out being embarrassed.
I loved what Brent Venables said in his post-game press conference. He's like, I don't know anything about that team, but I love the guys that we're taking down to Dallas. Mwah. Beautiful. Just a beautiful chef's kiss moment for Brent Venables. And that's the confidence I want in my coach. It's like, hey, listen, we'll start game prep on Texas. We'll start looking at them this week. But without knowing anything about those guys, I love the guys that we're rolling into battle with. That's what you want. Be fired up, Oklahoma fans. All right. Who's got more pressure going into the Red River Showdown? We're going to discuss that coming up next here on Locked On Sooners.